All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man, and today we're going to start reassembling our rim here to get this 1355 up on 4 wheels so that we can move it around as we are working on it. We have a freshly painted wheel center. Over here we have a new rim, and we have a different used tire that I think will hold air long enough to let us move stuff around for, you know, the time while we're working on it. This one ended up to have, in fact, a hole all the way through when I finally got it stood up the right way I could see to get my finger through it. So obviously that is not going to do us any good. So no big loss. I saved this one off of a tractor that I put a pair on or something, I don't remember, but I always keep tires around for stuff like that if they're good to use as rollers. So let's get started. All right, so first order of business is we need to flip this over because that's the way that the center was in the other wheel. So let's do that. Okay. Then it should be a matter of just setting the center down in there. Alright, looking good so far. We will acquire our bolts over here. Ho-ho. Luckily, all of the bolts were able to be salvaged. They all played nice as far as they could. Even the rusty one, I think, is reusable. It was only rusty on the tip. Alright, there's one. Probably very exciting to watch me do this. It's a necessary step in the process. Would be. I kind of want to put them all in loosely first, is what my thinking is here, and then we'll really warp down on them in a minute once we get everything lined up where it needs to be. I think this is the one that, well, no, that's not the rustiest one. Well, I broke my rule there. I got that one a little tighter than I wanted. Yeah, this is the one here that was pretty darn rusty. So, let's see about that. I think we need to loosen our one we just did. Not that loose, but you get the idea. Alright. See, that lets us get that one put in there. Okay, that's still loose. Good. More. There we go. Oh, okay. See, I should have got my extension back because that's our That was our trouble last time. It's just, if you don't hold your mouth just right. I'll just go get it. You could kind of, if you hold it the right way, get it wedged in there and do it, but simpler to get the right stuff. Here we go. It's a Cervindig, so I hope you can hear me. I apologize about that, but it's warm outside. It's just a lot of wind. That one's good. Of course, that one's gonna be. Uh-huh. Let loose. Come on. Let loose. Come on. Let loose. Here we go. Alright, I think we did that one. Yeah. Well, we might as well get it stuck on there one more time. Yeah. Now, we need to take that, put it there. And that's probably going to be a trick. I really wish that I had a stud, although there is a hole that's all the way through. So perhaps the Fiat engineers were in fact thinking, and maybe I could stick a round rod in that hole and help myself. So let's find something that is that size, maybe a 1/2 inch round rod or something. Okay, will this little doodad fit in there? I think it will. That'll give us something to help guide us on there. Okay, now we just have to find that matching guide hole. Okay, how are we going to do this where we can conveniently hold it at the same time? There she goes. Okay, let's get us a couple bolts ready. Woo, woo, horsey, woo. Ooh. Stay, stay, horsey, stay. Okay, there is in fact 8. Whoops. And I only have 7. So, what did I do with the number 8? 1. Did it fall out to the ground the other day? Or am I just missing it? Here it is. Okay. Now, let's put this back in neutralis. And let's turn this to the top. And let's let it hang upon those. Yeah. There. Maybe. It doesn't like to certain positions when you go to put it on there. Well, I don't know. Should we just send it? Get in there. Get in there. I think that was a good idea, maybe. In theory, it should center up everything. They were so proud of their work. They even put Fiat in their bolts. You know, you just don't see pride like that anymore from manufacturers. Oh, sure. All right. I think we're good to go on that regard. We only scratched it a little, but that's fine because this would not be the final color that it will end up to be whenever we get to the cosmetic portion of this restoration. But for now, that will preserve it so that we are able to have something when we get to that point. And here is the number of the rim I used. If you have a rim like this that you need, I got it off the electronic bay. It was a SpareX part number, I do believe. So anyway, and it said 4 Fiat, so that should be right what we need. Now we'll work on flipping that on here. I don't have the tube yet. I will get it after a while. On my afternoon bus route, it is supposed to be in. Another driver sells tires, so I just call him whenever I need something. He brings it to me and then I take it home with me. So anyway, a tube is something that you can carry with you because it doesn't take up much room. So I'll get that after a while, but we could in fact start mounting this tire on, flipping it over on the rim, and then all we got to do is stuff in the tube, and then we'll be ready to inflate when we get back. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what I saved this tire off of. I don't know if it would have been a 60 or if it would have been the Super 55. I don't think I ever put tires on it, so I can't exactly answer that. But I have in fact salvaged this from some project at some point. So today we will use it to make this into a rollable tractor. So we'll flip this on the rim, and like I said, I'll get the tube after a while, and it'll only be seconds for you. We'll come back to it, but we'll start with the putting on portion. Okay, let's get this on here. Really would have been good if I had left it in gear, I believe. Keep it from spinning on us. And I'll probably switch to a hammer here in a second, because a lot of times that will work much better. And we have to be gentle with this old rickety tire, because as you may imagine, the rubber is not the most pliable. Too big a bite. Come on back. There we go. All right. So now we are ready for a tube. So as soon as I get the tube, we will come back to this project, which for you will be right now. Well, as promised, we're back. And there is a giant rubber sitting on top of the tractor hood. So I'll mount you back up where you can see what we're doing, and we'll get this thrown on here, and hopefully when we stick the air hose to it, it will inflate and in fact not spit the tube out of the side somewhere. I don't think it should. It seems to be a decent-ish tire, but we'll find out. Fresh out of the Chinesium tube factory. Oh, made in the Koreas. That's a good one. Somewheres. There we go. Alright. And it even came with a brass ring, which is nice. Some of them come with plastic. This must be the heavy duty. Alright. Get this pulled around. Somewhat in a decentish shape. Now, most generally, you want to make sure that the part with the stem is the last part to go on, otherwise you'll be fighting against it the whole time. So, once again, I start at the top. You just have to make sure that you do not grab the tube whilst you are going. Otherwise you will have a sad day, because you will be doing it a second time. Look at that. Simple. One-handed and not even out of breath. Amazing. Now, we're going to see if it will in fact air up. It should. It better. Why wouldn't it? We will find out. There is always opportunity for failure when working with tires. Don't believe me? Just call a guy in Iowa. So we gotta inflate the tube, let it get all the kinks out of itself, seat the tire up on the rim, and then let all the air out of the tube again so that it can find its happy place. And then we'll put it on for keeps. But we are much farther along than we were yesterday, so that's always good when progress is being made. There we just made a jump. I see. Ooh. I think we're gonna roll a little bit if we can. We might actually be on the ground. Oh, we're still in gear. Dum-dum. Uh-huh. Sometimes, like now, it's kind of half up and half down. And I want the weight of the tire to even out here so that it jumps on all the way around. Alright. I'm probably going to lose that little cap thing, but how are we doing back here? Well, we're not doing very good. We're way too far there, not far enough up top. We're probably going to abandon ship here, let the air out and start over, especially when you're dealing with a rotten-ish tire. You really don't want to put it in too much of a bind. We're going to roll it this way so that maybe it will relax into where it needs to be. Let's stop with that. Let's try it from there and see what happens. How are we doing back here now? We're doing much more better back here, all the way around. Rotten dry tires can go boom, so you should be ready for death at any moment, because it could happen. But are we going to let that stop us from living our life? No. We're just going to proceed. I should be using that air check that the viewer sent me with the clip-on thing, but famous last words. It'll go. It's going. We still need to jump on a little on the back and a little on the front. What an ominous sound. There. Back's on. Yep, the back's on all the way around. The front, it's almost there. Come on. Here we go. No clunk. Nope, guess not. I think we're gonna call that good. Let's let the air out and I'll go get the tire gauge and then we'll reinflate and see what we got. Now, it seems to me that every time we've used this, I keep thinking that there's something wrong with it. And nobody reminds me to go get a new one. So, I don't remember. Is there something wrong with that tire gauge? I don't know. Let's air her up and get her back into round. Let's see what we got. Do we have anything? Nope. But there again, that could be that that's messed up. I don't remember. Just over 10. Let's go a little more. We haven't blown anything up yet. I'm gonna call that good. Let's set her down. All right. Are we off the blocks? No, we're not. Shoot. That means we gotta get our jack to go. Ah! Crud. I don't remember. I know we had a lot of issues getting this jack to go the first time in the last video. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it to... I think all I did was look at it funny and it started working, but it doesn't look like we're gonna do that this time. I got an idea. It's one of my more gooder ideas I've ever had. Anybody guess? This tire's flat, part way. So what if we was to air up that tire, and that would make this come up off the block, see? Or at least tilt to where it's very tightly on the blocks, and then make it even harder for us to do anything. But I'm liking that idea. Jeez. This is a failure waiting to happen, by the way. It looks pretty bad in that valve stem. It is taking air, amazingly. Sometimes when you let off, though, it starts shooting a steady stream of fluid out, so it'll go. Come on. Come on. Come on. is much like the 1365, and back rims are nothing but sadness. I think we about got her licked though. It's rolling. It's rolling away. So we know we have got something accomplished if it's starting to roll. That's something. I already pushed it off the block, see? Off camera. See, that's what I was afraid of. It's gonna leak. Darn it. There. Well, we may or may not be instantly going back to fix this side now, because that probably won't hold, but we'll see. All right, folks, so there it is. The little feller is back up on 4 wheels again, so we can move it around and begin our processes of whatever it's going to take to fix it. Although with farming time starting here, it's probably not going to happen very soon. I don't know. I've been doing a decent-ish job of keeping videos going and having, you know, things resolve themselves in a reasonable amount of time. But I just don't know that that's going to be the case with this right now. So at least I got it where I can move it, and I'll try to find some place to shove it in the shed here one of these days. I still have sheds that I got to fix because of all the wind damage. So once I get that done and everything rearranged again where it belongs, we can find this thing a hole to live in. We might even put it in the 1365's hole where we brought it back to life. But I got 2 tractors to get out of there before that happens. So anyway, I'm thrilled though. We got it back up where it looks like a happy little tractor again. Now we just have to make it a good runner. So that is our next adventure. As always, if you enjoy the videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me you like the video. Tell me you hate the video. Tell me I'm a total moron and your whole life is ruined because you heard the sound of my voice. That is fine. Anything you say helps this channel, even if it's negative and makes me cry myself to sleep. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.